Hello viewers, hope you are fine. In this video, I'm going to tell you some easy and formal vocabulary words that will definitely raise your band scores to 7. The first word is amenities. This means facilities, the element of comfort and convenience. All the modern amenities of the life are result of scientific innovations. Nowadays, people living in countryside area has all the amenities of large city. The next word is conducive, means helpful or contributing. Socialization is conducive to develop the personality of student. Water treatment plants in factories are conducive to reduce water pollution. The next word is deleterious, means harmful or bad. Some people think that empowering women will have deleterious impact on society. The overconsumption of fast food has deleterious consequences on all age groups. Next is diminish, means reduce, lessen, become or make small. Proper allocation of resources can diminish the gap between rich and poor. Cycling is conducive to diminish obesity and other physical ailments. Our next word is establish, means set up, start, or begin something on permanent basis. Many companies have established water treatment plants to save the environment. The government is established by citizens to protect their rights. Our next word is fabricate, means make up or construct something. Education is crucial to fabricate a healthy society. Only the large part of aeroplanes are fabricated in this factory. The next word is emit, means throw off or discharge. Numerous toxic gases emit from the vehicles leads to air pollution. Factory has been emitting black smoke from its chimney. Now moving to a very important word, this is stringent. Stringent means strict or rigid. The government should take stringent actions against the drug smugglers. Owing to stringent regulations, smoking has banned in public places. Our next word is rectify. This means reform or to correct something that is already wrong. The government should make stringent laws to rectify administrative issues. Indian farmers are protesting for the rectification of new agriculture laws. Next is retain, means reserve or to keep something continuously. I mean not to lose. We should exercise daily to retain our physical wellness. In this competitive era, companies are working hard to retain and cultivate customers. Our next word is requisite, means necessary or required for a particular purpose. Distance education, especially for women, is conducive to gain requisite qualifications for jobs. Now, industries are generating the requisite electricity using solar cells. Our next word is proliferation, means rapid increase, expansion or multiplication in count. As mobile phones has become more and more multifunctional, their use continues to proliferate. To curb the proliferation of criminal activities in city, police is on patrolling every night. Our next word is indispensable, means important or crucial. Airlines play indispensable role in proliferation of tourism. From last 2 decades, computer has become an indispensable part of our lives. Our next word is adequate, means appropriate, suitable, enough or sufficient. The school lunch should be adequate to meet the nutritional needs of growing children. Masses are willing to recycle provided they have adequate facilities. Our last word is perilous. This means dangerous, risky or something unsafe. With the proliferation of COVID-19 cases, traveling has become more perilous. The usage of nuclear bomb as weapon is quite perilous for the entire world. Aftermath means unpleasant result or negative consequences of any event. For example, the rapid development in trade and culture may seem beneficial at present, but can have their aftermaths in long run. The loss of natural human creativity is one of the aftermaths of overusage of computer in music composition. Next is ambience, feel, and atmosphere of a place. The ambience of library is quite conducive to study. Restaurants provide cozy ambience to spend time with family as well as to get a break from monotony of life. Next is cautious, means being careful to avoid potential problems or future dangers. Owing to many public protests, government are cautious before construction of dam. One should be very cautious while dealing with electric equipments. Next is conservative, means holding traditional values. Most of the conservative principles were made to comfort man than woman. Education plays a vital role in combating the unethical conservative belief. Next is cosmopolitan, means including people from many different countries. The cosmopolitan ambience of university helps students to learn how to get along with different type of people who hail from different cultures. In today's cosmopolitan world, it is unusual to find a major city or country where there is no immigrant. A very useful word, detrimental, means damaging or harmful. The usage of huge quantities of pesticides in transportation and storage of food put detrimental effect on quality of food. Recent surveys revealed that focusing on reading at an early age can be detrimental, and participating in fun activities is more beneficial for language learning. Next is dominate, means have power and influence over someone or something, or control. The police and military professions were almost dominated by men till a decade or two ago. The cultural values of underdeveloping countries are dominated by Western culture. Deprive means prevent a person or place from having or using something. Children in rural areas are deprived from good education and healthcare. Those who grow up in deprived circumstances become mentally strong to face the challenges of future life. Next is endeavor, means attempt or try. The fabrication of progressive and prosperous society can only be possible with the endeavors of wise and skillful citizens. Rather than intellectual ability, teachers should praise students for their endeavors. Next is encounter, means face or confront something unexpectedly or suddenly. Describe a situation when you encountered a wild animal. I have encountered many problems while living in this accommodation. On the account of varied weather patterns, the countries such as India and Africa are encountering the shortage of drinking water. Erosion means the gradual decline of something. Today, nations, both developed and developing, face erosion of humanistic, ethical, and moral values. Western influence is eroding traditional values of many nations. Next is gaining ground. This word is like a proverb, which means becoming more popular. Telecommuting is gaining ground the world over, and many employees can now perform their duties with the aid of internet. With the advent of technology, e-books are gaining ground. Next is imitate, means take or follow someone as model or copy someone. Many young people nowadays are imitating celebrities in sports and movies. Children learn a lot by imitating their parents and other adult members whom they come across their day-to-day life. Menace, a threat or danger. To combat this menace, all nations of world should join their hands together. One of the greatest menace faced by present-day world is terrorism. Our next word is multifarious, means consisting of many different types. Sports bring multifarious benefits to people of all ages. There are multifarious reasons for the contamination of atmosphere. Next is prejudice. Opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. As people are getting more and more modern, the old harmful prejudices prevalent in developing world are being curbed. The governments of countries should make some stringent laws to protect immigrants from aggression or prejudices so that if they face terrible attitudes by natives, they have some protection. Paradigm shift means change in lifestyle. An important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and a different way. In the present paradigm shift, people do not find time to cook at their home. The present paradigm shift make it necessary for both husband and wife to join jobs. Next is rely on or rely upon. Means to depend on, to trust or believe someone or something. Now the question arises where to use rely on and where rely upon. Well, both are same, giving the same meaning. However, rely upon is more formal than rely on. We can't rely upon fossil fuels to generate electricity as their amount is limited. Children rely upon advice of parents for most of their issues. Next is reluctant, means unwilling and hesitant. If the qualified people are reluctant to serve in backward areas, the government can't force them to do so. Increasing number of people are highly reluctant to experience new challenges in their routine activities. Affluent means having a great deal of money or wealthy. Huge sum of foreign aid by affluent nations help the needy nations to tide over backwardness and achieve self-sufficiency. Careful management of money, especially in case of less affluent, is essential. Next is confined, means limited or restricted. Owing to telecommunication, business is not confined to nations. IT subjects are taught in elementary schools in some countries are confined to 2-3 hours a week. Combat means fight. Banning smoking in public places is the single most measure to combat the aftermaths of passive smoking. The government and individuals should hold hands to combat the COVID pandemic times. Next is contemporary, means belonging to or occurring in the present. The government should grant money to provide contemporary healthcare facilities in countryside areas. The goal of education in contemporary India is to promote national progress and is to strengthen culture and national integration. Cutthroat, involving the use of cruel measures. Owing to increasing number of supermarkets in cities, it becomes difficult for local stores to survive with such cutthroat competition. In today's world of cutthroat competition, children are fueled with the feeling of winning at any cost. Our next word is emerge, means rising and becoming prominent. One of the severe threats emerging over humanity the world over is global warming. The food crisis, growth in crime rates, noise and air pollution, housing problem all emerge only owing to burgeoning population. Next is discrimination. The unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people, especially on the grounds of race, age, sex or disability. I mean treatment or consideration based on class or category, such as race or gender, rather than individual merit. In many countries, it is illegal to discriminate on the basis of age when you decide who to employ. The discrimination that immigrants suffer at work is truly unfair. Uniform promotes equality and brotherhood, as discrimination on the basis of cost of clothes is eliminated. Eradicate means destroy completely or get rid of. The creation of an international language would be the most advantageous to eradicate the several global threats. Intensive farming is helpful in eradicating food issues faced by humans. Next is immense, means huge, vast, extremely large or great, especially in scale or degree.
In spite of its immense benefits, computer technology is not expensive. Huge businesses and global brands invest immense sum of money for advertising and marketing. Next is materialistic. Excessively concerned with money possession or money oriented. In this materialistic world, life is highly competitive and full of stress and strain. People are becoming more materialistic than ever. Myriad. A countless or extremely great number of people or things. There are myriad of demerits of ever-increasing dependence on technology in our modern life. Readily available food options and myriad of unhealthy food choices in the market can be one of the reasons that contribute to obesity. Next is pragmatic. Means something that is based on practical rather than theoretical consideration or realistic. Permitting children to work or travel for 1 year after high school to enable them to decide their future is a pragmatic idea. A pragmatic solution to this problem would be to give job-oriented education to those who want employment. Our next word is prolong. Means continuing for a long time. The prolonged use of chemicals for better yield leads to myriad health problems. Since the fast food use chemical-based additives and preservatives for taste, color and longer preservation, prolonged use of them is detrimental to human body. Refrain means stop oneself from doing something. Children should not be refrained from asking questions, as it put detrimental effect on the development of their intellect. Tourists are refrained to throw litter in the natural places. Our 15th word is recreational. Means activity done for enjoyment when one is not working. Recreational facilities like park and health clubs can improve life in city. Amenities of recreational activities like gym and courts for indoor games in offices can act as stress buster for employees. Prevalent means widely or commonly occurring, existing, accepted or practiced. The prevalent school education is purely academic. Usage of computer in maintaining the customer's account is quite prevalent in banking. Throwaway culture become considerably too prevalent that consumers are causing terrible damage to environment. Next is remuneration. Means money paid for work or a service, such as salary or earning. Financial remuneration is an important factor that attracts the individual towards a specific job. As offices were closed during COVID pandemic, many companies reduced the remuneration paid to all the employees for some months. Our last word is unethical. Means immoral, wrong, or not morally correct. It is unethical to let poverty, starvation and diseases to grow in one part of world while other led to luxurious life. Some of the methods used in advertising are unethical and unacceptable in today's society. I hope these words are very helpful for you and you're improving your scores. All the best for your Ielts exam. And if you like my work, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel.